Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2019 Netflix comedy biopic Dolemite Is My Name, a film that is directed by Craig Brewer and it stars Eddie Murphy as the legendary Rudy Ray Moore. We have Keegan-Michael Kay, Mike Epps, Craig Robinson, Titus Burgess, Davine Joy Randolph, Snoop Dogg and Wesley Snipes, to name but a few. Now this is a comedy biopic that focuses on Rudy Ray Moore, who in the 70s created this character Dolemite. Now I'll be honest, when I saw the trailer for this a few weeks ago, I didn't know who Dolemite was at all, and I'll be honest about that. And then I've done a bit of research since before watching the film and things, and I've got a better understanding of who he was and how important he was. And he is a guy who in the early 70s was kind of going nowhere. He was working in a record store. He'd already released a couple of like singles and albums and stuff that had done nothing, and he wanted fame essentially. And then he came across this like homeless man who was telling these stories like about this Dolemite person, and he kind of basically stole the idea and ran with it and created this persona, Dolemite, who was dressed like a pimp and told these really rude stories in rhyme and all this kind of stuff, and he started making it big slowly but surely. He started making these really rude records that really started finding an audience, and he started really making a name for himself up and down the country through hard work and touring and going on stage and doing his shows and selling his records at the back of his car. I mean, you name it, the guy put in lots of hard work to try and make a name for himself, and he got there. And he's regarded as like by many influential black artists these days as a very influential character in regards to rap artists who are very influenced by him, comedians. And he was a very important figure in the 70s. And at that point, when he was starting to get some fame, he decided he wanted to make it big in movies. And this film focuses on the early part of his career when he made it big in doing his records and things and his stand-up act and how he created the character. But also it chronicles his move into cinema and making movies. And when you actually watch this film, you actually, and you think, no, they didn't really do that. Well, they did do all them things. He really scraped together the money to get this film made, Dolemite, that in one sense it was a really terrible film, but in another sense it was really popular, and it gave a voice, and it was very popular film in the 70s in the I can't even say it, the Blaxploitation period of cinema, and he made this film and it was very popular, even though it was probably for many who watch it these days would probably find it very cringy. And I haven't seen it myself, the original Dolemite, but I do want to watch it after watching this film. Eddie Murphy, who has also cited Rudy Ray Moore as a big influence on his career, does a brilliant job. You've never seen Eddie Murphy as good as this for a long time. It's easily his best performance for many years, and I hope it springboards his career once again, because I'm a massive fan of Eddie Murphy. I'm really looking forward to his new Coming to America film. He's doing another Beverly Hills Cop. I hope he has a resurgence, because he's got many years left in him to deliver some brilliant films. And if you're fans of Eddie Murphy, you're going to love him here. The film really works because it tells this story, this unbelievable story, but it tells it in such a way, it kind of does it with its tongue in its cheek. It gives you the facts and stuff, but they're so unbelievable they put a comedy twist on it. And Eddie Murphy, there's nobody better out there to do that than Eddie Murphy, and it raises a smile and a chuckle, but it's not in your face type comedy. It's actually quite a charming film. Wesley Snipes was great. He plays like the only kind of recognisable artist who they asked to be part of the film, and he only agreed to do it if they let him direct. He wanted a director's credit on his resume. And Wesley Snipes is great. And in fact, everybody here is really, really good, and you can see why many of these people wanted to be in the film, because he was obviously, Rudy Ray Moore was obviously very, very influential for many of these performers. And I think many will find this film to be really, really fun and entertaining, because it really is. It's telling a really, really fantastic story. It's shining a light on this subject and this person, and for those of us who didn't know who he was, it's kind of it encouraged me to look into it and research it and find out who this guy was and how important he was for so many people. So I've got to say, I think Netflix have done a really, really good job here. Easily the best Eddie Murphy performance for many years. He's an absolute joy, as are many in this film. It's a really fun film to watch. Don't be expecting full-on belly laughs throughout it, but it is funny and charming, and I really, really enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed watching this story about Rudy Ray Moore, and I think you will as well. So I'm giving it a very solid 8 out of 10. It's a superbly well made film, and I don't think you'll be too disappointed, especially if you are fans of Dolemite. I think you're going to love it. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you found the review useful, and of course I'll see you next time on Screen Stars.